you see here into a tangible projection. So to get into that, the first question is, should real estate focused investors invest in startups? And I think the answer is maybe yes, if you can reduce risk enough. And so here's what I mean by that. Some people will say that you shouldn't get involved with startups unless it is something that you're passionate about, something that you understand, something that you believe in, something where you have a very clear understanding of the ins and outs of the industry. I don't personally believe that's true. I think that startups can provide an important part of someone's overall portfolio and risk profile. Because if you think about it, if you have Coca-Cola and index funds on one end and a roulette wheel on the other end in Vegas, the distance toward roulette that startups exist in is a little closer than I think many investors are comfortable with. And the reason for that isn't unfounded, because at the end of the day, statistically, most startups and most new companies fail, to the point that if you look at the allocation for large venture capital funds over the last couple of years, they're typically investing in hundreds and hundreds of companies every year. Many of them go nowhere, but the wins are winny enough that it makes up for a lot of the losses. Now, I'm going to assume all of us are not in a position to invest in hundreds of companies in a given year. So that's where the risk starts to add up. The truth is, if you shut your eyes and throw a dart at a dartboard and you hit a startup, that startup is going to statistically fail. So how do we tip the scale in our favor? So if we look at the startup from the investor view, I'm going to talk about the things that I think are really important to understand while assessing the validity and the potential of a startup, and then actually go through some examples. From opportunity through return, I would just say, look at it like that risk is directly proportional to uncertainty. The more you decrease uncertainty, the more you decrease risk. Do I like this idea? Yes. Do I think this is something I believe in?